Hello everyone and welcome to FreeCAD tutorials. In this tutorial we explain how to rotate, move, or better to say translate objects in FreeCAD. So let's immediately start. Once you open FreeCAD, click on File and click on New. And then over here let's create our first part by clicking on Part and then click on Create Body to create body. Then inside of this body let's create our first sketch. To do that, click here and then let's click over here. And over here, for simplicity, let's create a relatively simple shape. What I will create is a circle. I will center the circle at 0, 0. The diameter really doesn't matter. Then press right mouse key, and then inside of this circle I'm going to draw a square, and then here it is. I don't worry currently about constraints since they are not important in this video tutorial. However, if you want to properly design the part, you have to constrain every dimension. Currently you can see that everything is under constraint. So let's click on close and let's go over here and then let's extrude this sketch by clicking on sketch, and then let's click here to extrude. Let's for example specify 15 as extrusion and let's click OK. Okay, there are several ways to translate this object. One approach is the following. If you now over here do the right click on body, you have transform, right? If you click on transform, you will see these arrows as well as these arcs over here. So let's explain what are these arrows. If you now press and hold, you will be able to slide along this dimension, which you can see over here in the corner, that's X. Over here you can do in Y. If you want to do in Z, you can do it like this. And then over here you have for rotations, you have this type of rotation and you have this type of rotation. Okay, now what is written over here? Over here you can adjust the translation increment. So for example, if I now press Ctrl Z to undo everything, I didn't want to do that, so I'll press Ctrl Y, right? So by changing this translation increment, you can change the step when rotating or basically translating the object. You can see now if I specify here 11, once I move everything, I'm going to move for 10 or 11 millimeters. The same thing applies for rotation. If you, for example, specify here the rotation step to be 20, or let's do something like this, for example 35 degrees, over here you will see what happens. So if you do now and you try to rotate, you're going to rotate with incrementation step of 35 degrees. Okay, now this is not a very precise way of translating and rotating the object. There is a more precise and mathematically correct. For the time being I will click OK over here and then I'll do Ctrl Z and then I'll extrude again just in case that something is being changed, such that I return into the initial position. Okay, another and more appropriate approach for translating and rotating is to click on body and then note over here this placement option. If you click on placement option, you will see these three arrows over here, and if you expand these three arrows, you will see this menu. Over here you can actually manually set translation in the X, Y, and Z directions. You can actually specify where is your center and you can specify rotation angles. So let me show you how this thing works. So let's return everything to 0, 0, 0. If you press here, you'll see that the object is returned at 0, 0, 0. On the other hand, if I change over here to, for example, 10 or let's say 50, you can see that I'm basically translating in the Y direction for 50. And if I go 0, again am I 0, and the same thing applies for Z direction. So for example, if I want to do 50 in the Z direction over here, I can actually get what I want. And then over here you can specify the center. Currently the center will be at 0, 0, 0. Okay, let's return this to 0, 0, 0. And then let's explain this rotation menu. The first thing you need to observe is the rotation axis. Currently, you can see X, Y, and Z over here, and you can see that the Y-axis is selected. Y-axis is shown over here in the corner. So now, if I try to rotate, for example, if I specify here 0, I'm going to rotate 0 degrees around y. If I want to do 45, you can see how the object rotates, right? If I want to do 90, I'll get this. And let's return to 0. Let's change the axis. Over here, I'll specify 0 axis. And then for z, I'm going to specify 1. And let's see what happens. Now I'm going to rotate around z-axis. So if I place 50 or let's say 100 degrees, you can see how my object rotates around the z-axis. And then you can see how everything can be nicely specified. Here you also have other options. You have rotation, axis, and angle, and you can also do Euler angles. Euler angles are very important for robotics and other applications, as well as for dynamics, and this can be a very nice illustration to show how Euler angles can be used to rotate objects. So let me show you how this thing works. So let's now return everything 0, 0, and 0 over here. Okay, now we are 0, 0, and 0. So let's see what happens if we do, let's say, first yaw rotation. So let's do yaw 45. Now, yaw rotation is around the z-axis. That is around this vertical axis. Now we rotated around z-axis for 45. Now, the coordinate system is actually changed. And now if you put pitch, you will basically rotate around the local coordinate systems. So let's see now 90. You can see how you're rotating for 90, right? And then finally, let's do 45, for example. This is good. And finally now the coordinate system is rotated. And then if you do, let's say around the x, note here that this is not this x, this is actually x in this local coordinate system. If you specify 45, you'll see how rotation works. So if you specify minus 45, you can see that you're rotating around the local x-axis. And this is really, really important since Euler angles are very important for math, robotics, and physics. So let's reset this and let's go back to this original case. Here's another nice feature about placement. Namely, over here you can specify the center for moving. So if I, for example, click on this point, and if I click selected points, you will get the coordinates of this point over here. And then now if I want to rotate or translate, I'm actually using this point as a reference. And then you can do the same thing in Y, you can do the same thing in Z, etc. This is really, really important. You can also apply axial if you want, and you can do all sorts of things. Okay, that's all for today. I hope that you like this video. If you like the videos I'm creating, please press the like and subscribe buttons. Also on my YouTube channel, there are more than 1,000 free video tutorials covering different topics such as robotics, control engineering, mechatronics, machine learning, CAD design, electrical engineering, control engineering, mechanical engineering, programming, etc.